The Eyeball Man, Jason Barnum, was sentenced to 22 years in prison for shooting an Alaska police officer. Barnum's offenses were driven by a serious heroin addiction, reports The Independent. What made him seem even more dangerous was his tattoo-filled visage. Barnum had one of his eyeballs, yes, his eyeball, completely tattooed.
Romanovich Chikatilo was an infamous Soviet serial killer. He was nicknamed the Butcher of Rostov, the Red Ripper, and is known to have raped and mutilated over 52 innocent women. According to reports, he confessed to a mind-boggling 56 murders and was tried for 53 in 1992 and is by far one of the most notorious jail inmates of all time.
Aileen Wuornos was an American serial killer and prostitute who murdered 7 men in Florida in 1989 and 1990 by shooting them at point-blank range. Wuornos claimed that her victims had either raped or attempted to rape her while she was servicing them, and that all of the homicides were committed in self-defense. She was sentenced to death for 6 of the murders and was executed by lethal injection on October 9, 2002. You must have all heard of the 2017 Hollywood blockbuster IT. The movie is actually based on John Wayne Gacy. Gacy started off performing as a clown to entertain children and raise money for charity. He named himself Pogo the Clown. But under this colorful clown avatar was a remorseless criminal. Gacy was a rapist and a torturer, and was convicted of killing 33 teenage boys and young men between January 1972 and late 1978. He was executed with a lethal injection in the late 1994. Rodney Alcala. Also known as the dating game killer, Alcala got a sick thrill from photographing his victims, mostly attractive young women, after murdering them and putting their corpses in distorted postures. He is said to have killed at least nearly 130 women. He was arrested and sentenced to death in 1980. Dennis Lynn Rader is an American serial killer known as BTK or the BTK Strangler. Rader gave himself the name, BTK, for bind, torture, kill. Between 1974 and 1991, Rader killed 10 people in the Wichita, Kansas metro area. Rader sent taunting letters to police and newspapers describing the details of his crimes. After a decade-long hiatus, Rader resumed sending letters in 2004, leading to his 2005 arrest and subsequent guilty plea. He is serving 10 consecutive life sentences at El Dorado Correctional Facility in Kansas. Michael Swango, as well as the press nickname Dr. Death, is an American former physician and an admitted serial killer. Swango has been estimated to have been involved in as many as 60 fatal poisonings of patients and colleagues, though he only admitted to causing 4 deaths. He was sentenced in 2000 to 3 consecutive life terms without the possibility of parole, and is serving that sentence at the ADX Florence Supermax prison near Florence, Colorado. Serial killer Maninder Singh Pandher and his domestic help Surinder Kohli were sentenced to death in connection with one of the 16 murder cases in the Nithari killings case last year. The Nithari killings came to light with the discovery of 8 skeletal remains of children from the drain of a house in Nithari, Noida. There are accusations of everything from cannibalism, pedophilia, and rape to organ trafficking. Shashikala, Ramesh Patankar is one woman who discovered the easy money that came from peddling drugs. She gave up her job of a milkmaid and blended into Mumbai's notorious drug circuit in no time. After dealing in drugs for nearly a decade, she amassed property worth over 100 crore rupees from the business. Baby Patankar was finally arrested by the Mumbai police in 2015.